Right, back tonight here on In Focus. The Thabazimbi Municipality in Limpopo has officially introduced, or actually was introduced to its new administrator, Paul Maseko, on Tuesday as officials there tried to restore governance in the area. The council was dissolved following allegations of fraud and corruption resulting in an ongoing court litigation which has affected service delivery. Cooperative Governance, Human Settlements and Traditional Affairs, MEC, Basikopo Makamu, is with me in studio to talk about this. Good to have you, MEC, and thank you very much for your time.
Good evening, Thabo, and nice to have you or have me here. It's long I have not been here.
It's long overdue. It's long overdue indeed. We had the mayor of Thabazimbi 3 weeks ago here on the show. She was, of course, talking about this issue of a possible introduction of a Section 139 in that municipality. It is now in place, it seems. Talk to us about the rationale for it outside of the political conversations.
Thanks, Thabo. Let me start by indicating that in South Africa, the three spheres of governments, it's cooperative ones. Yes. We are supposed, as both province and the national, to support local municipalities or local government in terms of Section 154, which we should be able to provide for. But if there are failures of running government or the municipality can't be able to play its role in terms of what the Constitution provides for, there are other sections of the Constitution, and that will call upon Section 139. And Section 139 has a number of subsections. There is one where the...
Unable to pass budget.
Yeah, so you can, as the MEC of a local government, issue a directive to say, I want you to comply on 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Failure, you can go to B, where you put an administrator, but the council remains there. But the third one that we have invoked in terms of the Constitution currently in Thabazimbi is Section 139(1)(c), which means we dissolve the entire council and put an administrator. So it means, as I'm talking to you today here, since we have effectively implemented that, I'm also taking the responsibility as the MEC for local government, the role of a council through my administrator and the teams that I've deployed there. Yeah. So there's no longer councillors. There will be only the administrators who will take able decisions.
Is that a legally sound move, though, in terms of what is allowed to be done as far as Section 139, subsection 1C? Is this not something that, again, is going to be challenged in court, just like the removal in 2022 of the mayor?
Well, I think by now there are those that tried to go to the Polokwane High Court, and they failed dismally to stop us because the Provincial Executive Council was playing its role in terms of the provision of the Constitution. So the Constitution agrees and allows us, when we realize that there is a collapse of both administration and governance in a municipality, that we can take that. So it is within our powers as the Executive Council. So constitutionally, we are correct.
Yeah. So I mean, the big issue here is around this ABSA account, right? And how the municipality can particularly access this ABSA account, and they've been caught through litigation on this matter to the extent that you are saying they are now only spending 20% of the budget on service delivery, while the rest is going to litigation matters. What is the matter with this ABSA?
Look, I think the ABSA account is a symptom of what is the problem. The problem was the parallel structures of council. There was a structure that was led by the DA-led coalition under the mayorship of Toki Swanepoel. Right. There was the parallel council under the leadership of the ANC led by Judith Mohapi. So every time they go to court, whoever wins will want to have a control over the account. And one judge at some point said it clearly and say, the challenge here is not about only the power to control the council, but also the issue of the purse. Hence, everybody, whenever wins the court, will want to make sure that the other one does not necessarily access the bank account. Hence, the bank account also became a subject of court matters. And we realize, as the Provincial Executive Committee, that when they are still fighting for the control or the power at that level. When they are still fighting for the bank, control of the bank account, what happens to the people of Thabazimbi? That's where the Provincial Executive Committee, under the leadership of our Premier, we said we rather choose the community of Thabazimbi rather than choosing either comrades or the people who are in councils. We should stand with the community. And that's what motivated us to invoke Section 139. It was not a nice decision. Even those that lost at the court, as the MEC, I'm not happy, I can't celebrate. Because, of course, they were using public funds to take the matter to the court. And they were supposed to take that money and deliver the services for the people of Hope.
But the mayor is putting this instability squarely at the feet, at the door of the ANC, saying that the ANC failed to accept since 2021 that it lost power in that municipality.
Well, I would like to be having her next to me here, and then I prove that the support that we're giving, even when the ANC councillors attempted to take the municipality or control of the municipality illegally, so I will always go and request them to do what is it that they were supposed to do. For argument's sake, I was there on the 30th of April. The ANC councillors lost the appeal or to appeal the Supreme Court judgment. I went there, I said, all of them, they were there, 23 councillors. I said, here is my advice as the MEC. You must convene council. In the council, because you don't have anybody within the municipality who has got the capacity and the skills required for a municipal manager or to lead, go to council, take a resolution, request me, because you should be able, because you are empowered by as the council, request me to second some people to come and help. What did they do? Toge and the team, they went to appoint people who don't qualify. They continue to have parallel MM, parallel CFO. All those things could not necessarily help us as the provincial and national government to support them, because there's no structure. If today you go and meet with the CFO and say, this is what you need to do, tomorrow when you go there is another CFO. What support systems will you put when there is nothing that you should be able to do?
That happens as a result. For example, you've got the Thabazimbi Residential Association, you've got the EFF there. They are the kingmakers, because it's a hung municipality. They seem to be moving depending on who's offering them something at a particular time. And that is really creating the instability. At some point, they were with this coalition, and the ANC got them to move this side. And it's that back and forth that's creating the parallel structures that you're talking about.
Exactly. And I think we are busy with legislation, all of us in government. The manner in which the coalition are being made, you can see in some instances, I don't want to mention, I'm not here for Tswane, where in mayors in one term, you will end up having more than 6 mayors, because when somebody is not happy today on this matter, jump ship to this one. Look at Thabazimbi. The ANC has got 11 councillors. The DA is the second most, with 4 councillors. But they have got a mayor. The TRA there has got only 1 councillor, and that 1 councillor is the speaker. Now, what does that mean? Once they fight amongst themselves, because the 12 were together, each one ran away from the coalition, ran to the ANC and promised to say, now if you offer me this, I will support you. And that creates instability. And that is not necessarily what we want. And now that we are going to by-election, and I think the by-election is set, and the IEC will be pronouncing, it will be somewhere early, first week of December. So the community of Thabazimbi, if they're hearing me, let them go and choose a political party that will be able to represent their aspirations and have control. I'm not saying this, I may be coming from the African National Congress, but the fact remains that we need an outright majority in a council like that, because for almost 2 terms now, they were under that arrangement of coalition, and it's just Kamina Kawena thing, and it does not work and help the communities. So the communities must take responsibility.
What did your detailed report to the executive entail? What did you highlight as the things that the administrator needs to go in there and do?
Look, Thabo, the Municipal Systems Act provides for the MEC for local government in a province if you have got a reason to believe that there is corruption, maladministration in a particular municipality to invoke Section 106 that will be able to say, let me send a team to do a repeat assessment. So I did that. I sent the team there that they went and checked their books. It's a desktop type of assessment. And when they came back, it proved that the financial management of the municipality has collapsed. It showed that service delivery has collapsed. It showed that the institutional capacity, your senior management has collapsed. It showed that governance structures, whether you talk MPEC, whether you talk audit committee, whether you talk other structures which should be able to support council, have collapsed. Of course, it showed that service delivery projects have collapsed. You mentioned one of those that is a clear indication that work is not being done when a MIG is a municipal infrastructure grant which is provided from national fiscals to do basic services within communities. They are not spending that money. When you check where is the money, you find that they are busy chowing it by taking each other to court. And that money which was meant for basic services is now being used to pay lawyers. And all those things, we tabulated them. You found that they are owing ESCOM not less than 300 million. They are owing Makali's Water not less than 200 million. And all these things, they will be able to switch electricity. What will happen to the communities?
The mayor said, we asked her that, said, why are you not paying ESCOM? She says, no, we come from a tough economic environment. People are not working. The economy is not doing well. So the municipality is unable to collect as it used to because the people just don't have the resources.
Unless if she does not understand, there are type of services that municipality provides for. It's allowed in terms of the law that when you sell electricity as the municipality, you should be able to put a particular markup. We call it the trading services. But when you collect refuse, when you provide library services, it's something that you should be doing at the community services where you don't necessarily have to make profit out of that or surplus out of that. So there's no reason when people are using electricity, there are those that government has made provision to give them basic electricity as an indigent. Yeah. So those ones should be provided for. But you can't tell me that when you have got almost 12 mines in Thabazimbi and the systems are not there, people are disputing their bills from the municipality. These are some of the things that they should be able to work for. So I'm not saying that there's no unemployment in Thabazimbi. People are poor there, but there are people who should be able to pay for the services that they are receiving. The Makali's water is from a river or a dam which comes raw, but it must be cleaned in order to make sure that it's in a usable situation. And that has to be paid for by those that afford. And in Thabazimbi, there are those that afford. And we met with business people when I was busy doing this consultation. And they were saying to us, MEC, we are ready to pay, but for the services that is coming to us. If it's an issue of the chicken and egg situation, if you render services as municipalities, communities will be able to thank you by paying for the amount that they are supposed to pay. Yeah.
So your priority then for the administrator is a revenue collection strategy to be implemented?
Well, first and foremost, of course, is to make sure that the financial health of a municipality, sound financial management systems should be put. Okay. That is one of the responsibility. But also to go and unlock all the service delivery projects that have stalled. It is the one responsibility, but also to resuscitate all the structures of municipality that we see that audit committees still to do the work. Even in the absence of council, they should be able to have those structures. Public participations should be able to take place and be able to be consulting. Yeah. You know,
but is that not an ambitious target for a municipality that's going to buy elections soon? I mean, this whole thing might immediately fall apart.
Look, we have, in terms of the law, it's only 90 days that we should have gone to elections. But we have appointed the administrator for almost 6 months. 3 months after the council will have been there, he will be continue to put the systems. By the way, I told you about Section 154, which we should be able to give. So once we have new council, we will revert back to support the municipality in terms of Section 154. Treasury will still be there. COXA will still be there. National Treasury, national cocta, we will be able to continue to support the systems that we have started. It's ambitious, but at least this team, I said they must be full-time. I have left about 12-member team yesterday together with the administrator and say I want them to work there full-time. Today, the whole day they were working. Yeah. Some, they were starting to report to me to say, on this matter, we are going to move this way. Here you will need your buy-in, MEC. And I can see the team is ready to work.
We spoke to Samu the other day. It's not related to Thabazimbi. It's not even related to Limpopo. We're talking probably about Mfuleni. But they made a broader statement to say these Section 139 interventions have not worked anyway. There is no municipality that has had an administrator come in and come out of there looking better. Why do you believe that this is going to work in Thabazimbi?
I was here. Unfortunately, I'm coming back as the MEC for Coxa from the 6th administration. Yeah. We once placed a municipality called Mukhalakwena in Limpopo under Section 139B, where the council remained, but we put that. As you can go to the municipality, I'm not saying it's perfect, but the systems are back, the municipality is working. You no longer have, whenever people wake up, they go and close the road because the potholes. If you can go there, you can see that there is an improved service that are there. There is corporate relations within the employees. They might still have issues because the matter has gone deep, but resolving it, and I think we took out the administrator. There is a municipal manager. All the Section 56, 57 managers have been appointed, and that's what we expect from the municipality, including here in Thabazimbi. There is no body in the senior management. Now, if we will have done our work, once the municipality has got a senior management, let me tell you one shocking thing, is that the municipality within 13 years or 12 years, they had 13 municipal managers. How on earth? You know, in some municipalities, a municipal manager will run for 2 terms, 10 years. There in Thabazimbi, 12 years, 13 municipal managers. You can see that definitely nobody had time to focus on building capacity in the municipality. And that's what we're exposing, and we're showing that we continue to support you, but you did not necessarily follow and leave the support we're giving you. Yeah. Hence, it was proper to go for Section 139C.
Now, in the spirit of the renewal of the ANC as well, I suppose, going to ask this question, I have not seen anything, but normally when these things happen, you are then followed by a dark cloud to say, no, this administrator is coming from here, was moved from here, is being deployed there, he's got all these issues that are coming behind him. The checks have been done on the administrator going in there, that there will be no skeletons that are following the administrator.
Well, the vetting has been done. I'm convinced there will be no dark cloud that will follow. Of course, that was my first question. And I must tell you, Thabo, it was not the first. There were a number of people that will be submitted to me when they know that I want to do Section 139C, and some submit their CVs. We vet them. We find this one will not be a suitable person, will only still continue. So the one who, in Mr. Maseko, we think we got the right person that will be able to help us. Looking at his track record, he was a city manager of Ekurhuleni. He went to do some interventions in Free State, in KwaZulu-Natal, in Northwest, in Gauteng, and now he's there in Limpopo. I think with our support, of course, and with the community structures. Of course, I met them on Tuesday and they said, the MEC, we are committing ourselves to support him. If there will be people who will want to come and disrupt him in the office, who will be the first line of defense. For as long as Liena continue with the mission that we can see that the Premier of this province wants this municipality to be like other municipalities. Yeah. And we think we can do that with the support, yes. Let
me put you on the spot, but also as a member of the ANC in the province. Have you had any briefing on the, is it 39? It's a huge number of pupils. Let me just get my details correctly here. It is 22 learners who were rushed to a nearby clinic in the afternoon where they started vomiting and later transferred to the Malumulela Hospital. They were treated and discharged there. They would have had some food poisoning.
Well, I have heard about it. I tried to want to check what could be happening with my colleague MEC. I was also promised that they are quickly doing an investigation. I may not necessarily have to comment, but one thing for sure is that this government, wherever we realize that there is something which is unbecoming, we quickly want to attend. And I'm only happy when we are meeting, me and you, that they were treated and they were discharged. No incident that will be able to embarrass us as government.
I'm only raising that because we are dealing with spaza shops here in the Gauteng with a similar. Unfortunately, it didn't go as positive as what is happening in Limpopo, where we lost 5 kids here in the city of Johannesburg. So it's been a concern for many around how that particular space is being managed.
Let me accept, Thabo, that we do have challenges as a country. If you listen every day, you wake up, you are a leader like myself. Hear what is happening in Eastern Cape, where a person just wake up and shoot 18, tomorrow it's 6. All these things, we require the support of the communities. But also, if it's about this spaza shop, in our province, we are busy trying to make sure that we empower local municipalities to issue business licenses so that we can be able to curb that. But we also encourage our executive mayors and our mayors, including traditional leaders, because I'm working with traditional leaders, to say, don't allow a spaza shop that you can be able to see on your own that these things, somebody sleeps there, the bread is there, and everybody will just wake up and without considering their health. We have made sure that municipalities start to appoint their health officers so that they can be able to go and check on these things and be able to punish them. And that is what we should, everybody who must want to do business must do it according to the law.
I appreciate your time, MEC, and thank you for coming through this evening. That is Cooperative Governance and Human Settlements and Traditional Affairs MEC Basikopo Makamu joining us in the studio. Top of the hour, what's making news tonight and in focus? Stay with us.